if he wants we have to have sanctions, and he wants to denuke, but he wants to just do areas that are less important than the areas that we want. We know the country very well, believe it or not. We know every inch of that country, and we have to get what we have to get, because that's a big give.
To you, Mr. President, if you could elaborate a little bit.
I want to keep the relationship. We will keep the relationship. We'll see what happens over the next period of time. But as you know, we got our hostages back. There's no more testing. And one of the things, importantly, that Chairman Kim promised me last night is, regardless, he's not going to do testing of rockets and nuclear. Not going to do testing. So, you know, I trust him, and I take him at his word. I hope that's true.
On television, what was the atmosphere like when you walk away from the negotiation table?
Thank you.
You always have to be prepared to walk. I could have signed an agreement today, and then you people would have said, oh, what a terrible deal, what a terrible thing he did. No, you have to be prepared to walk. And, you know, there was a potential we could have signed something today. I could have 100% signed something today. We actually had papers ready to be signed, but it just wasn't appropriate. I want to do it right. I'd much rather do it right than do it fast.
Yeah. I'm a reporter from South Korea, and I appreciate your effort to advance denuclearization in Korean Peninsula.
But in the meantime, we'll be talking. Mike will be speaking with his people. He's also developed a very good relationship with the people, really the people representing North Korea. I haven't spoken to Prime Minister Abe yet. I haven't spoken to President Moon, South Korea. But we will, and we'll tell them it's a process and it's moving along, but we just felt it wasn't appropriate to sign an agreement today. We could have. I just felt it wasn't very appropriate.
President.
A lot of people here, by the way. A big group of people.
Yes.
Go ahead. I don't want to put myself in that position from the standpoint of negotiation, but, you know, we want a lot to be given up. And we're giving up. And we'll have to, you know, we'll be helping them along economically, us and many other countries are going to be helping. They're going to be in there. They're prepared to help. I can tell you Japan, South Korea, I think China.
In Singapore, we're here, confronted Kim Jong Un about Otto Warmbier's death.
I have.
Asked him to take responsibility.
Did you commit with Chairman Kim to a next summit during your term?
No.
Okay.
We'll see if it happens. It happens. I have not committed.
They are, at this point, some would say, a nuclear power. Do you accept North Korea as a nuclear-armed state, at least for the time being? And are you thinking about reimposing the military exercises with South Korea, or will you keep in a freeze?
Well, you know, the military exercises, I gave that up quite a while ago because it costs us $100 million every time we do it.
Do you still believe?
This should have been solved during many presidential runs, and, you know, people talked about it. They never did anything. I get a kick out of so many people from past administrations telling me how to negotiate when they were there. In some cases, for 8 years, they did nothing. But I think the relationship was very warm, and when we walked away, it was a very friendly walk.
You have mentioned before.
Well, we hope. But again, this was something that should have been handled by other presidents long before me, and long before they had the kind of power that they have. But it wasn't. It should have been done by many. I'm not just blaming the Obama administration, which, by the way, it did nothing, absolutely nothing on North Korea. It allowed things that happened and to happen that were very inappropriate.
About it. In that time, you have seen Chairman Kim.
So I think he's got a chance to have one of the most successful countries rapidly, too, on Earth. Incredible country, incredible location. You're right between, if you think of it, you have on one side Russia and China, and on the other you have South Korea. And you're surrounded by water, and among the most beautiful shorelines in the world. There's tremendous potential in North Korea, and I think he's going to lead it to a very important thing economically. I think it's going to be an absolute economic power.
Meeting with Chairman Kim this morning and yesterday, did the topic of China come up?
And China's been very helpful. President Xi is a great leader. He's a highly respected leader all over the world, and especially in Asia. And he's helped us, Mike, I would say he's helped us a lot, right? We've I actually called him just recently to say, hey, whatever you can do on this. But he has been very helpful at the border, and he's been very, very helpful with, I think, North Korea generally. Could he be a little more helpful? Probably. But he's been excellent.
Months ago when you spoke, or 8 months ago in Singapore, you said if you didn't have something in 6 months...
Have a schedule set up that is very good. We know things that, as David was asking about certain places and certain sites, there are sites that people don't know about that we know about. We would be able to do inspections, we think, very, very successfully. Where are you from?
Russia, Sputnik News Agency. Okay. Have you discussed the issue of